Hey, this is John Schumacher, and in this short video, I'm going to give you an overview of how the billion-dollar legacy process will work for you. So there's three main parts to the billion-dollar legacy. First is to clearly define what I call your legacy manifesto. Then we're going to create your legacy platform. And finally, we're going to help you to create legacy content that we distribute to millions of people around the world. So let's define what each of these are and what this looks like right now. So what is your legacy manifesto? It's really, what do you want to be known for? At the end of the day, at your funeral, what do you want your friends, families, and colleagues to say about your business successes, your life successes, your philosophical successes? What do you want to be known for in your lifetime? And then what legacy messages do you want to share with the world? We're going to be using these legacy messages when we create the legacy content here, which I'll describe here in a moment. Defining your legacy story. Stories can create massive momentum around a movement, and we're going to get crystal clear on what legacy story we're going to tell for you. And then finally, your legacy vision. What kind of vision do you see for your industry, for yourself, for humanity? Really getting clear and excited and enthralled around these messages are going to be extremely important for us at this stage. Then we're going to create your legacy platform. And for most of you, that's going to be a website. Some of you may have a website already. Some of you may need to have one created completely from scratch. Some of you maybe aren't proud of your website, and in which case we're going to be starting over. But your platform is really an online legacy is your website. And we have copywriters. We have top-notch designers who can create your branding, your logos, your colors, your images, everything all done for you when we create your platform. If you have a desire to have a podcast, which is basically an online radio show, we have a group of people who can actually set this up for you. They can set it up and they can manage it, the entire process. So all you have to do is show up, record, hand it off to our guys, and they'll actually set it up, make it look top notch, create all the materials for you, and manage the entire process. And again, all of this, your legacy platform management is all done for you. Then we're going to create legacy content. And this is where we take the messages from your legacy manifesto and capture them in what I call legacy content. I highly recommend that you get used to using video. Now, you don't have to use video. We can have a podcast and use audio only. We can even use the written word only if you desire to do that. But video is a much more captivating platform, and it's the most repurposable platform. So I highly recommend video. In fact, we have a film crew who can actually fly out to you to actually do a full day video shoot where we can create the foundation of what will be hundreds of pieces of content that we can share all over the internet. And we can do that in 1 or 2 days a year. So you really only have to give a couple days a year to shoot some videos, and our team will handle the rest. And we'll literally repurpose those videos into a year's worth of content. So videos, blog posts, audios, social media content, hundreds of pieces of content with your legacy messages on them that we can distribute then around the world. And we'll distribute those across all of your platforms. So your website, YouTube, Facebook, all of the social channels and social networks that people are hanging out on, you're going to get visible in the appropriate places. And finally, we have a paid traffic team who can greatly accelerate your audience building and your visibility. So nothing speeds up the process like putting a little money into Facebook ads, YouTube ads, Google ads, and getting your messages, your videos, your blog posts, your social media content in front of a ton more people in a very short period of time. We can discuss an appropriate budget for you when we talk, but this right here is dynamic. This right here is going to take that legacy manifesto and we're going to get it out in front of millions of people, encapsulating that inside of legacy content. So one of the biggest questions I get is how much time of my time is going to be involved in this? Well, it's going to take about 8 hours or so, 8 to 10 hours for you and I to work together to clearly define that manifesto. What are the messages? What is the story? What is the vision for this? Getting crystal clear on how we want to direct and quarterback your project. And then really beyond that, it's just taking a couple days a year to shoot video content or create content that our team can then repurpose and distribute and share at a bigger level. And then there'll be some back and forth approval time. having you approve logos and different design things and those type of items. But that's it. I mean, we do all of the heavy lifting for you. I know you're busy. I know you have a lot going on your plate, but we do the heavy lifting for you during this project. So the outcome of this project should speak for itself. Imagine your most important business and life lessons broadcast around the world. Imagine finally being recognized as the industry authority that you are. And imagine leaving a lasting legacy that impacts millions of young people around the world. Now more than ever, this is all possible, and the time is right now. After watching this video, get back to me and our team, and we look forward to helping you build your very own billion-dollar legacy.